huge amount of wealth devoted to keeping the world in the 20th century.
Our government has been hijacked by businesses to prohibit us from doing things on our own in ways that they don't like.
The idea of sampling as a part of music creativity has become central, mainstream to what artists do. On the one hand, we have technology that enables people to engage in this act of remaking our culture more powerfully than ever before in our past. On the other hand, we have the law that says all of this creativity is illegal. Now, kids, of course, just do what they do with the technology. They don't think much about the law. So they ignore the law. That's bad. For me as a law professor, I think it's terribly bad because they develop these ideas that the law is to be ignored. But still, in some sense, they get to engage in these acts of creativity. Well, the real danger is that in the next 5 years, technology of the network is going to be so radically transformed to enforce the power of content owners to control what you do with content, that it will not just be laws that restrict, it will be the technology too. That's why it's so critical right now to get people to recognize what's at stake, because right now we have the chance to demonstrate what people can do with the technology and why it's important to protect that freedom before that freedom is taken away, not just by the law, but by this next generation of technology.
I was trying to really downplay the whole thing, and when I was finished with it and I listened to it, I thought it meant a lot more, especially if people understood what I was really trying to do with it. So I called it the Gray Album.
In the case of the Xbox, I was like, oh, this is a PC. I ought to be able to use it as a PC. And when I first started, taking the pieces out of it and trying to reprogram it, there was something in the way. The security was kind of blocking me from doing it. I'm like, well, that's not right. And it was kind of an interesting puzzle at that point. It's like, they put something there to prevent me from doing what I want to do with it. I wonder if I can get around it.
Who gets to be the innovators? Who gets to be the creators of new technologies that are interesting?
They're really assuming the corporate half of things by pursuing these people and making examples of them, which is an intense thing to do. That's actually the artist's job.
Free speech is important, free culture is just as important.
And that is the state of division and helplessness that I decided to try to change. And we have changed it. We haven't gotten rid of non-free software, but we've built an alternative that millions of people live in, an alternative of freedom.